What's up everyone, my name is Anthony, and in today's video I just wanted to do a brief update with the price action that's going on in the markets and what we should expect to see over the rest of this trading week so far. So I just wanted to start off with the S&P 500 first of all, and this is just in SPY. So just a brief update on the wave count. So far nothing has changed, but I do want to emphasize that we are heading for really high extensions on this wave 5, which is okay, but it's a little bit unexpected because we do have this wave 4 finished right here. And we're pushing upwards for this wave 5 of 3 right here. And we are heading for these upper targets, the 1.618 extensions, the 1.272, the 1.414s all the way up here. So that's just kind of what's going on with the markets. So nothing has changed about, we're expecting this wave 4 drop and then a push upward for this wave 5. And then we come down for that huge sell-off in the future. But for now, we are still working on extending that wave 5 upwards. So with that, let's zoom out a little bit on the wave count just to get a refresher of what's going on. And I know this is like kind of, we're getting tied up in the minute by minute details, but just zooming out a little bit. So we have the bottom of this wave 4 right here, and working on this last bit of upside for this wave 5. And this wave 5 subdivides into a 1, 2, 3 up here, 4 down, and then this 5 upwards. So now we're just zooming in on that wave 5 here. So the main count that we're focusing on targeting for trades is this green count. So that has a 1 up here, a 2 down, and then this is working on a wave 3 upwards, and then a wave 4 down, and then a wave 5 up. So I just want to emphasize how really extended this wave 3 is. So if we take the extension levels of this wave 1 length, you can see that we've already bypassed that 2.618 extension ratio right here. So that is a pretty extended wave 3 upwards. And so yeah, the reason why we're extending so much is because this wave 3 is further subdividing itself into multiple waves. So we have that wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 just generally up here, and then a wave 4 downwards for that correction. And then now this 5th wave is extending. So that's what's causing that majority of the upside so far, is that 5th wave is subdividing, and that 5th wave of the 5th wave is continuing to subdivide as well. So when you have that subdivision, then the markets can keep extending further, but eventually it has to come to an end because the subdivisions can't keep going on forever. So we are working on the last subdivision of this 5th wave right here. So we have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that 5th wave, of course, is subdividing into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to get the exact levels where we might have some really good resistance, and that might trigger this wave 4 sell-off right here, so we can take those right now. So we take the bottom of this wave 4, take the length of wave 1, and then drag it down to the bottom of wave 4, which we would assume to be right here possibly. So if we do have the bottom of wave 4 around here, then we have some extension levels right around 453 and then 454. So that should be another area of Fibonacci extension level resistance to this uptrend over here. And then we should trigger that sell-off into the wave 4. And in terms of getting areas with this wave 4 might land and potential take profit areas, we take the length of this wave 3 and do a simple Fibonacci retracement level analysis on it. So we take the bottom here, drag it up to the top of where we think wave 3 will be. So we can take the aggressive target and say this wave 3 tops out around 454. Then we can take some extension levels right there. Let's say it tops out at 454.3, for example, and that's right around some also extension levels for this broader term wave 5, wave 5 right here. So I'm gonna make this a little bit larger. So let's do something like this. So we have the 0.236 level right here at 450. And so that is just a very conservative target. So I would pretty much say like the wave 4 should at least come down to 450. And then we have the 0.382 retracement right around 447. And then the 0.5 at 445. And typically what I've seen is that wave 4s like to land anywhere between here. So we can expect that wave 4 to somehow gravitate anywhere between 443 to 447. And if we do get a little bit unlucky, then it might find some support anywhere between 447 to 450. But as you can see, once we hit some of these upper levels right here, we can expect to see the start of that decline for that 4th wave. And then we should form another push upwards for that wave 5. And when we do get there, we could form another extension of this wave 5. But we'll see what happens when we get there. Right now, we're just targeting this wave 4 in green right here. So far, nothing has changed in anything about the wave counts at all. It's just that we're extending this wave 5 further upwards. And that wave 5 within that extended wave 5 is also subdividing, which, is just a way of the markets continuing to extend that uptrend. So we should see a tiny bit more of upside left in the markets with that wave 5, a 5, a 5, a 3, and then we push downward for that wave 4 right here. So that's going to be it for the S&P 500. And a very similar situation is occurring in the triple Q, and they are up quite a bit today, and that's just another example of that extension of this wave 5. as you can see here, I did mark some levels, some extension levels. We are approaching some levels of resistance right here as well. So we'll see how the market reacts to those Tuesday's trading day and Wednesday's trading day. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I still think that we should be coming down for that wave 4 in the future. And in terms of just zooming out on the broader term wave count, so we have, just like in SPY, we have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure. And within this wave 5, we can further subdivide that again. So we have that 1, 2, 3 up here. We're working on that wave 3 currently. Then we're looking for that wave 4 retracement and then a push upwards again for that wave 5. So, and within this wave 3, of course, you can subdivide it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're working on that wave 5 of 3 of this larger term 5th wave. So that's what we're targeting right now again for that wave 4. And in terms of getting some retracement levels, let's say that we do top out around 381, somewhere around there, 381, 382. That's our final topping wave for this wave 5 of 3. Then we can take some retracement levels from the bottom of that wave 2 all the way up to that top. And we can target, once again, that exact same level. So 0.382 to 0.618, somewhere around here. So that would be, if I kind of bring that up here, so that's around 374 to 369 on that wave 4 retracement. So we'll see what happens as far as how far down we go. I want to actually play a little bit more conservatively when we do fall downwards. I don't want to try to get greedy with taking any puts on the wave 4 downside and trying to get out and take profits on those or just exit the trade. So I don't really want to risk banking on the fact that we do drop really far down on the wave 4 dip. And the reason why is because this wave 2 dip right here was decently, it was enough if we could take the retracement levels right here. So I think we did come down to the 0.618 level on that one. And same for SPY. I think SPY actually retraced down to the 78.6% level on that. So those are decently pretty harsh retracements for that wave 2. So I don't think the wave 4 will go down that harshly, but we'll see what happens when we do start heading downwards for that wave 4. So that's going to be it for SPY and the triple Qs. So next we'll go to AMC. So AMC actually we did get a nice push to the upside today. So we've been looking for that wave 5 of 3, and we did get that exactly. So I think at one point we were up 10%. And we've pulled back a little bit from that extension zone right here. So I want to zoom in a little bit on that price action today. So we'll go to the 5-minute chart. And so when we bottomed out for this wave 4 right here, we looks like we started to form an impulsive wave to the upside. So we have 1, 2, something like a 3, maybe a 4, and then a 5 upwards. So I already did the extension levels for that wave 1 length, and we did actually come to a very extended level for that wave 3, so a 3.618 extension level. And then it looks like our wave 4 is forming some kind of complex correction, or this could also be known as an expanded flat. So we do have, in this case, we would have an ABC pattern, and the B wave should come up to, I actually haven't done this yet, but I think it came up to, yeah, it came right up to the 1.272 level. So that is pretty normal for an expanded flat. So this looks like a typical 4th wave, an ABC pattern, and then we should push upwards for that wave 5. And I do expect this wave 5 to extend as well. So just like in SPY and the triple Qs, how this wave 5 is continuing to extend and subdivide, like especially like this, I would expect to see a similar structure in AMC for this 5th wave. So that means we should kind of form that extended 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that 5th wave. And I would say at least we should come up to retest the top of this area right here. So that's right around 48. And then we should at least come up to retest 50, but conservatively. So we should see a push upwards to 50 in the future for AMC. But we'll see what happens in the future, especially if we can manage to form an impulsive wave for this wave 5 of 3. So far things are looking good for AMC. We pushed up nicely off that wave 4 bottom right here. So next we'll go on the list is for Moderna, so mRNA stock. And we actually did get a lot of downside today, which is really nice. We've gotten some pretty chunky drops in this stock over the past couple trading days. And we did actually manage to top out perfectly on this B wave right here. And I think we did get really good entry on that put debit spread that was signaled in Discord. So we did enter right around the top of that B wave right here. And so far we've dropped maybe around 10 to 11% so far in Moderna from entering. And if we look at that C wave formation, it does look like we are forming an impulsive structure. So we have a 1 down, 2 up, 3 down, 4. Looks like we're either the 4th wave right here, or we're still working on that 4th wave right now. And then we should push downward for that wave 5. And just like again in SPY, QQ, and AMC, I expect this wave 5 to further extend as well. So say we do maybe come up again for that wave 4, and then we push downward for that wave 5. when I say it should extend, that means we form another impulsive structure to the downside. So 3, 4, 5. And that would help push this stock down to some of those lower extension levels right here. So right around maybe 347 to even 321, we could see another push to the downside on that. And so Moderna stock still looking bearish. Things are looking good. So yeah, just riding the downside with the put debit spread. So next on the list, we'll go for Aapl. So Aapl, it did go up 3% today. And in general, over the long term, I still am bearish over this stock. And this upside should be part of that X wave impulsive structure or non-impulsive structure. So if we zoom out a little bit to let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So just to recap Apple's price action, we have that wave 1 push to the upside, wave 2 downwards, and then a wave 3 up, and then a triangle for that wave 4, push upwards for that wave 5, and then we have a W, X right here, upwards, so X, and then a Y structure. So in terms of trying to catch this X wave for downside, I'm not looking to try to trade puts yet on Aapl. I will look to enter elongated puts when the triple Qs confirms this bearish sell-off right here. So when we have that longer scale, broader scale correction to the downside on triple Qs, then I think it's safe to enter puts on Aapl in terms of long term, because we are pushing upwards for that X wave, and it's a little bit hard to tell exactly where that X wave will stop because it's just known as a failed impulse wave. So there's not really any retracements, and Aapl is sitting at all-time highs. So I'm just watching and waiting for that bearish confirmation of the start of this Y wave downwards. So when we do start to get that Y wave, we should see just some sort of 3-wave move to the downside, and that will align well with the tech sector and the broader markets as well. So Aapl, even though we're getting bullish momentum right here, I still think that this is just an X wave upwards. So next on the list, I wanted to talk about a little bit of Chinese stocks and the Chinese stock market in the US. So we do have Baidu first. So just in terms of summarizing the price action on this Chinese stock, so we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, wave 4 down right here, and then wave 5 up. And that completes your entire bullish impulsive sequence right here. And now we're working on correcting that entirety of the upside. And that forms your simple ABC correction. So we have that A wave downwards to form a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a B upwards for that simple 3-wave move. So ABC for that B wave. And now it looks like we've actually bottomed out for that C wave downwards. So we have a wave 1 down, wave 2 up, wave 3 down, wave 4 up, and then a wave 5 downwards. And so far that looks like the bottom, and that would form your W wave. So W is just summarizing that ABC correction. And then we were pushing upwards for another failed impulse wave, just like Aapl, similar structure, exact same structure. And we have it should be like a 3-wave move to the upside. So like an ABC, something like that for the X wave. And then we should further correct another time for the Y wave. So that would be a potential, again, an ABC. But yeah, so just another leg of downside. The main reason why I want to mention this is because this move upwards, while we should get some temporary bounce to the upside, it shouldn't be another impulsive structure. So what that means is that we wouldn't form some kind of wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, wave 4 down, and a wave 5 up. Rather, we should form some kind of like ABC move. And that just limits the amount of upside that the stock has. So I do think that the stock will temporarily bounce upwards to some of these retracement levels. So over here, I've drawn the retracement levels from the top of this wave 5 all the way down to the bottom of this W wave or the C wave. And right here, we can target at least conservatively maybe the 0.5 to 0.382 levels right here. So far, we're trying to work upwards. We might encounter some resistance right here at 161. And that is just the first area of retracement for this entire downside move. And the next on the list would be 187. So that's the 0.236 retracement level of this entire downside move. And then we could expect to kind of reject a little bit off that because that is a pretty strong area of resistance. And then we could try to attempt again to push to these higher retracement zones. So far, I am actually bullish a little bit on these Chinese stocks. And I'll go into Alibaba next because it has the exact same scenario that's happening. So once again, just recapping what happens with these stocks is we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, wave 4 down, and then a wave 5 push to the upside. And then we have this ABC correction to form that W wave. And then we're going to work on that X wave again. And once again, I've drawn these retracement levels right here. So we could expect a push upwards to some of these intermediate retracement zones. So for this one, I actually think we should target just once again, the 0.5 and 0.382 levels. And if you're playing conservatively, you could target that 0.3236 and take profits on any bullish position here. So that would be a source of X wave. And just in terms of characteristics of this failed impulse wave, note that it's going to be pretty choppy. So it's not going to be just like a straight up increase. It's most likely going to take on some like very choppy, like up and down structure, something like that. That's what it usually looks like. And then you push downwards again for that Y wave. And the psychological reason for what that happens is because people know that after this correction, they're not as confident about the stock anymore. So there's not going to be as many buyers, and that's not going to be enough bullish momentum to start another impulsive structure to the upside. So when sellers start to realize, and buyers and sellers start to realize that this structure does not look very good, like the structure doesn't look really bullish, they're going to start to sell off, and that leads to your Y wave downwards. So that's just another reason why what forms these WXY structures in general. So yeah, that's what we see, might see for these Chinese stocks. So a temporary push to the upside for this X wave, and then another leg of downside for this Y wave. So if you are taking on a bullish position, it makes sense to me at this time because we are looking to bottom out for the C wave. And then, so things are looking temporarily bullish, maybe over the next month or so. And yeah, that's going to be it for the Chinese sector of the stock market. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Just a quick update on what's going on with today's price action. Of course, I'll keep you guys always updated in Discord of what the plays are happening and how the trades are going. So with that, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.